Good morning, I'm Guy Atchley, and welcome to Around the Cracker Barrel, brought to you by La Posada. La Posada is all about your lifestyle and your life plan. Choose your next home from a variety of apartments, spacious garden homes, or freestanding park center homes. Joining us today, the CEO of Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona, Robert Jensen. Hello, Robert.
Hello, Guy.
Great to have you here. Are you doing okay in this heat?
Yes, I'm a native Tucsonan, so I am used to it.
Good for you. Now, Mobile Meals of Arizona, Southern Arizona, celebrating 50 years.
We are actually 51 years, but as we all know, last year was the forgotten year.
Yes, it was.
So we are having the celebration now that we are able to.
That's very good, very good. Now, how are you marking the occasion?
We are doing a combination event. We have select restaurants throughout Tucson, Sahuarita, and Green Valley. And on July 17th, Saturday, you will have the option of either 3 ways that you can enjoy a meal and donate to Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona. That is, you pick which of the restaurants you would like, and then you can either dine in, you can carry out, or we will have one of our dedicated volunteers deliver your meal right to your door.
That's fantastic. So where do they go?
They'll go to the website, mobilemeals.soaz.org, and we have the ticklers up there now, and we're revealing the restaurants in the coming next couple of weeks.
Okay.
And then you can register there. You also will be able to call into our office, and so we're just over a month away from the event. So next week we'll have everything up on the site, and you can start looking. But we're going to reveal the restaurants every couple of days, so you may want to wait a little bit just to be sure that your favorite is in there.
Now, you talk about the forgotten year. How did COVID-19 affect the services of Mobile Meals?
Pretty much affected us at all levels. One, there was a huge demand increase. We doubled in terms of how many meals we serve. We're serving right now over 2,000 meals a week. When COVID hit, you had the double whammy of a lot of our clients chose to not leave their homes. Previous to COVID, we were delivering mostly to low-income, homebound folks had a disability, couldn't get out, couldn't cook. And when COVID hit, there were a lot of people that were susceptible, and so they opted to stay inside and not go out due to their health conditions. So we had to change our model to where if you wanted to stay at home and have the meals brought to you, we didn't care what the reason was, we will bring you food. So on the other side of that coin, we had volunteers. Most of our volunteers are retired folks that are elderly. And, of course, we're the population that was most at risk. So we had a number of volunteers that then, for their own personal safety, did not want to go out and be delivering meals. So we had an increase in demand, and then we had a decrease in our folks that could deliver. Thankfully, there were a lot of people that stepped up. Our volunteers are very dedicated, and we used all the protocols and gloves and masks and social distancing, and we're able to continue delivering the meals through that demand.
Now, you say people stepped up. Who were these people?
Just folks that realized, once again, mostly retired, active, elderly folks that realized there was a big need, and since they were mobile, that they would step up and start volunteering for us.
Now, you say you changed your model for how Mobile Meals operates. Is that change going to be set in stone now?
Yes, that change has occurred. At this point, we have opened it up to anyone who needs meals delivered to them. We will service them. So it doesn't matter what your reasons are. We will bring the meals to you for whatever reason you can't go out to get them or you can't prepare them and you need food. That is taking on a different look now, especially with food prices beginning to rise. And folks with low income, a lot of our clients don't have a car. And so they have to take a taxi or an Uber to the store to get their food. And they're just getting costed out and it's too expensive. So our demand continues to grow even post-COVID. And that is why we have changed. If you need a meal delivered to you, that's what we do. We're going to deliver it to you.
Do you have any people who try to milk the system?
None. Nope. Not a one.
You answered that quite quickly.
and to let you know, it's we charge on a sliding scale. So depending on your level of income, and if you have a low level of income, then you get the meals for free. And if you're a millionaire, the most we're going to charge you is $5 a meal. So
Steve, there you go.
So we cap it at $5 a meal. And then we slide that scale up and down depending upon where you're at.
Now, the money that does come in, how is it used? As in, I'm wondering about gasoline.
So our volunteers, the way that it works, we are about 97% funded through private donations, grants, government grants. We do a lot of grant writing. We only bill out 3% through the WIC program, the food stamps program, SNAP, I mean. And so 97% is due to the Southern Arizona community donating their money to us. Our volunteers drive their own cars. Our volunteer gig is the best one going because it's 1 day a week for 2 hours from about 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. during lunch. You get to drive around in your own car, listening to your own tunes on KGVY. Of course. And you're delivering smiles and nutrition to your neighbors, basically. And when you're done, that's it. And our clients are so appreciative, and the volunteers just have a ball going out and seeing these same folks. I say we're 50% we deliver nutrition and 50% we deliver compassion. These folks really need someone to ring their doorbell and knock on their door every day and check up on them and see how they are.
Where does the food come from?
Right now we have 10 facilities, 2 assisted living facilities, 3 assisted living facilities, and 7 hospitals. La Posada, your sponsor today, is one of our facilities that prepares our meals.
Isn't that great?
Yes. We also have just begun a collaboration with the Santa Cruz Valley Regional Hospital. That is going very well. And then we have most of the hospitals in Tucson, the TMCs, Banners, St. Mary's, St. Joe's, and they prepare all our meals.
How does a person become a volunteer?
The easiest way is to go to our website and click on the volunteers, and a form will come right up that you can fill out right online. And we'll get you going. We'll get you set up. We have a whole orientation package. And you can also call our office at our 622-1600 number. Those are the 2 ways that you can get in touch with us to be a volunteer. Or if you need food and would like to inquire, our website has all the information on it. It's very informative. But you can also just call into the office because a lot of folks don't quite have all that technology. And so we still do it the old-fashioned way.
Give us the internet website again.
That is Mobile Meals with an S, and then SOAZ, which is short for Southern Arizona, .org.
Okay. Now, obviously, you depend on donations. We've been talking about that. What are some of the ways that people can donate and support Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona?
In terms of financial donations, we've talked about the volunteers of giving up your time and your effort. Financially, we have a number of ways, but you can go to the website there, and we take any amount of contribution. There's no contribution that is too small. We go out into the community and work with community partners. Tucson Federal Credit Union did a matching grant on Arizona Gives Day, up to $10,000. Everyone that donated, Tucson Federal Credit Union matched that. Southwest Gas, we are one of the listed nonprofits for their employees to give to, so they give to us. Bank of America just gave us a nice donation. And then we write a lot of grants from different foundations, private and public, as well as government grants that are given out. And so a lot of our funds come from that way.
We're talking today with Robert Jensen, CEO of Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona. In just a moment, we'll ask Robert about what other services Mobile Meals may provide when we come back.
With so many things changing, it's good to know that La Posada is here for you today and for your future. Now is a perfect time to plan your retirement years with a secure and enjoyable lifestyle at La Posada Green Valley. Our nationally accredited continuing care community features great dining and a staff dedicated to your full well-being. And we look forward to returning to normal daily life. Over 600 employees and 750 residents of La Posada make up a wonderful 100-acre small town with walking paths, dog parks, and friends galore. To learn more, visit posadalife.org or call La Posada at 520-648-8131.
We are with Robert Jensen, CEO of Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona. We know about your delivering mobile meals. Anything else that you do?
That is pretty much what we do. We are in the business of delivering meals to those in need, and most of our meals are very specific diets. We have 8 different dietary plans. So, for instance, if you are a diabetic, we have meals specifically tailored to that. If you have a heart condition, we do those. If you have a kidney problems, it's called a renal. Or if you have problems swallowing or chewing, we make specific meals that are easy for you to do that. But meals is what we do, delivering meals.
Now, am I correct? Did you mention you have approximately 2,000 clients now?
We deliver over 2,000 meals a week. We will have throughout the year 700 clients and deliver over 100,000 meals.
How many people does it take to get that done?
We have a small army of volunteers. We have right about 200 that are active running routes for us, and then we have another 50 or so that are substitute drivers, fill in, someone can't make it, and then if we get in a tight spot, like we typically do in the summertime, a lot of our volunteers are snowbirds, and right now the great thing is post-COVID, a lot of our volunteers are getting out of town and going and see their grandkids that they haven't seen for about a year and a half.
You are correct.
And all we do is say thank you for hanging in there while we needed you, and go have a great time, and we'll cover it. And so I'm out there quite a bit this summer delivering meals, and absolutely love it.
Fantastic. Now, the donations, monetary, that people give, tax deductible.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
And we, for every donation that is given to us, we write a thank you letter that our development manager and myself personally sign every one, and that letter has the tax information, and that's what you need. So if you donate $5, you will receive a letter from me thanking you and with the tax information on it for you to give to your tax man and file.
Back to people volunteering, what are the requirements to become a volunteer?
We do run a background check, so a clean background check, and then a automobile that is registered and has insurance on it.
Now, you've, I believe, touched on this before, but talk to me more about churches and civic organizations and how they can get involved with Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona as a group.
Yes, as a group, we have programs set up where they can come in as a group. They can do mass deliveries if they want and do a kind of like a takeover, and where we'll take over a facility.
Really?
And they'll come in and we'll tell all our volunteers, you're getting the day off. So for instance, if we did a La Posada, we'd tell our volunteers whatever day that group, they pick a Wednesday and they want to deliver, and they come on down and we do a takeover and they get the meals and they go out and they do deliveries. So we can do it on a group basis, we can do it on an individual basis, we can do it at one time. We're always looking for volunteers, and we have some creative ways to be able to get them out there.
You've already told us the meals are free if people can't pay for them.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So who's eligible, once again, to receive the home-delivered meals?
Anyone who needs food delivered to them, we will deliver it.
Before we wrap up our conversation today, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to tell us maybe a few stories about specifics and how people have been helped by this program.
We have so many stories. Pretty much every single client is a story. I have been delivering to one gentleman. We deliver kosher meals out of the Handmaker assisted living facility. And I have one gentleman, and he lives in his hospital bed in his small apartment. And he gets out of that bed for 1 hour a day if he has a caretaker that can go there. Otherwise, he can't get up to answer the door. He can't get up to do anything. He lives in his hospital bed. And you just knock on the door and you come inside. And so just last week, I came in, and boy, he had just woken up and he was pretty groggy, and it kind of didn't go so well. So earlier this week, I tap on the door and open the door, and he's asleep. He's out. And so I go in, turn the light on, and put the meals in the refrigerator, pick out a meal that I think he's going to want, get his juices set up. He's got a couple of tables that hang over his hospital bed where he can get to his TV remote and all that. And I put his meal and I put his juices, and I leave, and he never once wakes up. And so I went back and delivered to him yesterday, and he looked at me and he said, you know, the other day I was sleeping, and one of your people left the meal sitting right there in the juice, so when I woke up, I had my meal ready to go. I said, yeah, that was me.
That's great.
But this is the kind, these people need these meals. These people need the human touch. They need somebody that's going to ask them, how are you today? And did you get to talk to your sister yesterday? And what's going on? How'd your doctor appointment go? I've come in and tried to start a compassionate conversation with clients before, and they look me dead in the eye and say, you do have my food, don't you? So the Wienermobile, the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, came through town about 4 months or so ago, and we hooked up with them, and we went out and we delivered meals in the Wienermobile. Oh, it was what a hoot! So we get a couple of our volunteers, and we get in the Wienermobile. Of course, everybody is filming you as you drive down the road.
Of course.
I mean, it's one of my bucket lists. I mean, the Wienermobile when I was a kid was everything. Sure. So we pull up to this one couple's house in the Wienermobile, And we get out and we go up there and we go, well, there it is. There's the Wienermobile. And the gentleman just looks straight me in the eye and says, "You did bring my food, right?" He could care less about that Wienermobile. He just wanted that food.
Now, what do you tell your volunteers regarding how long they should stay with each person they're delivering to? How many people does one volunteer go to help with food?
Typically, there's 8 to 10 clients on a route, and the route, we want the route to be delivered between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., that 2-hour window. And what we're delivering is 2 meals. We're delivering a lunch and a dinner. Every time we deliver 2 meals.
Okay.
Okay? So if you've got 8 to 10 people and you can spend a nice 10 minutes or so with them. And some folks are very quick. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. They always thank you. Every single time. Day after day after day, our clients thank our volunteers for showing up. And then other folks are chatty Cathys, and you kind of hang out there for a little while because you know that's what they really need.
Yeah.
So we have put that, we have found that 10 is the max that we like to deliver to, which gives everybody enough time to interact and socialize and yet still get the meals all delivered in a timely manner.
Tell us more about the volunteers and who they are. We know that many of them are older, but do you have people who have jobs and take time out from their jobs?
Absolutely. You bet we do. It's interesting that there are a few of our volunteers that started, their parents were volunteers. Since we've been around for 51 years, their parents were volunteers, and then their parents needed meals delivered to them, and then they have become volunteers. So we have multi-generational volunteers, and our volunteers are really 2 words: dedicated and selfless. Most all of them do not like to get any kind of praise from us. We just absolutely love our volunteers. We couldn't do it. I mean, you're talking about 250 people. If we had to pay, we wouldn't have the money for the meals, for the food. And our volunteers, to a person, hit that route, that whatever that day is of the week that they do it, month in, month out, year after year after year. We have a board member who did it with his father. His father drove a route on one day and he drove a route on the other. And he's on our board, and he's been delivering for 25 years.
Wow. How do you keep the food warm?
We have these trays that are divided up that can keep the cold food cold right next to warm food warm. But our delivery is so quick that holding the food at temperature is not really a problem for us because it's such a small window that we're hitting that delivery in.
Do you have certain parts of town where you deliver more food to?
The east side is our biggest routes out of TMC. They're the largest, but we're pretty much spread out over everywhere. You can't really look at the socioeconomic area of the neighborhoods because that really doesn't come into play. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you need a very specific diet and you're not capable of getting that, then you come to us and we deliver it to you. So we do trend towards the lower income without a doubt because the affordability. But as far as geography, no, we're pretty spread out.
Regarding geography, are there limits to how far you will travel?
Right now we have some limits, but we are expanding. Right now we are trying to push down into Mato, Tubac, Nogales, because we have gotten the Santa Cruz Valley Regional Hospital, and they have capacity. So now we're trying to find volunteers and clients, and we're going to push all the way down into Nogales. I want to. Yes, I think there's a big need. We'll hit Rio Rico, all the way down.
So we're talking the I-19
Corridor.
corridor. What about over in Cochise County?
Cochise we're not in yet in terms of us physically delivering. We do have a collaboration with Meals on Wheels that delivers, because they ship frozen meals via FedEx or UPS. So if we get folks that are out of our delivery territory, they can still get meals. We just do it through a collaboration with Meals on Wheels, and we go as far as Vail to the east.
So you are Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona, and then there's another group called Meals on Wheels.
Yes, there actually is quite a few groups, and they just have different methodologies. They have a different business plan, if you will, of how they operate, and so we will utilize them as we need. We also deliver meals from Stay Naked Kitchen, which caters to a very athletic, energetic lifestyle. A lot of
Does it deliver to naked people?
Just if they're in the kitchen.
Leave it on the porch.
I didn't come up with the name. I think it refers to being good enough shape that you can be naked.
Okay.
I think that was their plan.
Listen, let's double back here and have you once again tell folks how they can get involved, either as a volunteer or if they need food, with the Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona.
Really, it is our website and our office phone number are the two ways. The website, which is Mobile Meals with an S, SOAZ.org, O-R-G. That has all the questions and answers and everything you need, and you can both sign up there as a client and as a volunteer, and you can donate if you would like. And anyone can call our office number, which is 520-622-1600.
How relieved are you that we're just about out of this pandemic?
It has been fantastic. Because we lost the 50% of what we do, which was that compassion. We were delivering with gloves on our hands and masks on our face and keeping social distance and not going inside anyone's home and handing it through a screen door to them. And we really lost that human touch. And I am elated. Our volunteers are elated. Our clients are ecstatic to get that human touch back.
The CEO of Mobile Meals of Southern Arizona, Robert Jensen, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you, Guy.
Around the Cracker Barrel is brought to you by La Posada, Southern Arizona's best choice in senior living. La Posada offers low-stress living with amenities that enhance your well-being and your peace of mind. And when you think about it, isn't that what retirement living is really all about? Visit La Posada to see whether it's right for you. And we'll see you next week for Around the Cracker Barrel.